Hello, thank you for joining us on Community Connection. I'm your host, Tracey Christensen, and today I'm joined by Sue Bybee from the Daughters of the Utah Pioneers in Weber County. And Sue's here to tell us about some of the changes that are going on with that organization in the historic city of Ogden. Sue, many people don't know, I certainly didn't know, that the first permanent home in all of Utah was built in Ogden.
It's the Miles Goodyear cabin, and it was built there on just south of 28th Street.
Is it a tiny little thing?
It's a tiny cabin. It's just a one-room cabin that him and his wife and 2 children lived in.
That is great. And that's just one of the historic sites that people can see when they come to Ogden. Tell us about the Daughters of the Utah Pioneers Museum.
The Daughters of the Utah Pioneer Museum used to be the Weber Stake Relief Society building, and it was, they decided in 1877 that they wanted to build this building, and it took them 25 years to build the building. And the Relief Society ladies had to sell eggs and cheese and butter and glean wheat from the fields to be able to get the money. And they also were assessed 5 cents a year to be able to get the money to build it. And so in 1802 is when the building was built.
They completely raised that money themselves. That is great. And what's going on with the museum right now with all the changes with the Ogden Temple and the reconstruction there?
Well, with the reconstruction, they had to move the museum, and so Ogden City donated some land, which we put the museum on, and it was moved to that site, and the cabin was also moved there too.
Great. So describe the new complex.
The new complex is going to have the cabin, and it's going to have a Pioneer Walkaway, which is going to have ancestors' names on that, and so you can, that's one of the fundraisers. And then it'll have the museum, and we'll have landscaping. It'll be a very nice site with a lot of parking.
Great. So tell me about the fundraiser portion of the walkway, the ancestor walkway. How does that work?
Okay, so what that is pioneers that came and settled in Weber County during the years of 1845 to 1869 that settled in Weber County can have their names put on a brick. And there is a donation of $100 to do that, and then they're put in the walkway, and then they call it the Pioneer Walkway, and that will be part of that facility in the back.
That's great. So as long as they fit that criteria, those years, and in Weber County, they can contact you to get one of those
Well,
bricks.
they can contact the DUP Museum in Ogden, and that's where they're doing it from there.
Great.
And you can go online and get it.
And what will we see when we come to the museum? What kind of artifacts are there?
There are so many artifacts there. One of my favorite ones is one of our ancestors. It has her dress and her bonnet that she wore when she crossed the plains, and a quilt that she made. And so it's very cool. You can go in there and find your ancestors that you never knew, and they have histories that you can look up and get of your ancestors, which is one of the special things that I love to find out.
Neat. And tell us about the fundraiser you have coming up in August, a dinner.
In August, we're going to have a Dutch oven dinner with entertainment, different entertainment, and it's going to be at the Ogden Parkway in the Botanical Gardens, and that will be taking place August 30th.
Thank you so much, Sue, for letting us know and learn more about the Museum of the Daughters of the Utah Pioneers. We love to help keep you apprised of the different activities in our state, and we hope that you'll join us on KBYU11.org, clicking on the Community tab to find out more information about how you can be involved. Thanks for joining us today on Community Connection. We hope to see you next time.